Please leave your message for
Hey, Adiola, this is Chris. We spoke earlier today and wanted to connect back with you regarding your property on Sable Drive. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. And looking forward to chatting with you and seeing if we can come up with something for this property here. So give me a call back. If I don't talk to you today, we'll catch up next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Pam Stradman. I'm unable to take your call.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Pam?
No, she's sleeping right now.
Oh, okay. Is this Robert?
Yeah.
Hi, Robert. This is Chris. Pam and I have been playing phone tag, trying to connect about your guys' property up there on Buffalo Run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when do you think would be a better time to connect with her?
Say in a couple hours.
Couple hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in a couple hours, I'm gonna be probably taking off for the day. It'll be about quarter after 5. Um, do you know what her schedule's like on Monday?
It's open.
It's open. Okay. All right, perfect. Well, she does pop up any sooner, you can tell her just give me a call back. I've left my number before. Um, Otherwise, I will try to connect with her on Monday.
Okay. And your name is?
My name's Chris Deal. Like, let's make a deal.
Okay. All
All right.
right.
Awesome. Thank you,
Bye.
Robert. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right. Now, some of you might be wondering, why didn't you just talk to him? Well, so previous conversations, it was alluded to that he may have dementia. And so, yeah, so need to talk to, the wife. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so we're gonna move this callback date. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so that's that. Let me move her over. All right. Mm-mm-mm. One. Oh, here we go. 5, 6 through 12, 13, 24, 25. Okay, so that is my side. Sorry guys, I'm just had to get printed up this these docs for this mm, what the freak? These documents are freaking brutal. Option to purchase real estate agreement. This is between, okay, seller and buyer, 7, 8, 17. Seventeen, 18, 23. What the freak? This is brutal. Okay, 34. Where is 33? Okay, so that's 33. And 24, 23, up to 18, 17, 14, 13, 12. Condition 7. And this goes to 8. Okay, so we got this standard real estate rental agreement. We're almost there. Okay, and There we go. Okay. Perfect. I've got the option to purchase real estate agreement. I've got a standard real estate rental agreement. I've got the buyer's option to purchase real estate agreement and standard real estate rental agreement. Perfect. This is exactly what I needed. All right. So for those of you watching, one of the things that we offer clients that we work with is we can review contracts, we can help renegotiate contracts, we can help all types of scenarios, honestly. And the situation that I'm dealing with right now is buddy of mine basically sold a property on a or bought a property on a lease option and then sold it on a lease option. So he's just trying to it's kind of like wrapping a lease option. So he got it from the seller with zero money down and then $1,000 a month rent with an option to buy. And then he turned around and he sold that to somebody for a $20,000 option fee and then $1,100 a month. So he gets $20,000 up front and then basically $100 a month in cash flow. Well, whole long story, but basically buyer tried to back out, seller tried to back out, and this is after 3 months of being in the lease agreement. And so I got involved, got on the phone with them, basically just put the screws to them, and just went through the reviewing the contract, basically explaining exactly what the legal ramifications were if they didn't continue to move forward. And finally, the tenant said, "Okay, well, I'm going to pay." And so now he's paying the rent. Well, my client wants to be out of the transaction. He doesn't want to be involved in the transaction anymore. He just wants to step away. He's willing to lose the $100 a month in cash flow. So now what we're trying to do is figure out the best way to just simply assign it and get him out of the middle. So now it's just the original seller and the new tenant with the lease option. So I'm reviewing those contracts and basically putting together an agreement that's going to pull him out of the transaction so he has basically no liability in the situation. He just wants to be out and let them do their own thing. So that's what I'm working on, but need to keep handling some seller calls here. So let me handle that. So
Please leave your message for 3-1. Please leave your message for 3175248.
mm, 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 mm.
Hi, I'm a Google virtual calling assistant recording this call for the person you're trying to reach. Can you say what you're calling about?
Hey, Greg, this is Chris.
Thanks. Connecting you now.
Hello, it's Greg.
Hey, Greg, this is Chris. How are you?
Good. Chris who? Sorry.
Chris Deal, I was actually calling you about your property on Delbrook Drive. You had spoken with one of our referral companies, and they paired your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit. Did I catch you at a bad
Okay.
time?
Kind of, but so I'm looking at 3:30. So if it's less than 3:30, then I'm not interested.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what it is. I just got
Okay.
the details over here, and they told me to give you a call.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll be listing it on the MLS next week. So I mean, it's fully ready to go. So we're gonna be listing at 3:30.
Oh, got it. Okay. So you've done like updates and everything, or does it still need some work?
Yep. Nope. It's completely ready to go.
Okay. All right. Got it. You already signed with an agent?
I did. Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, if you already signed with an agent, it's like ready to go. I mean, that's probably going to get you the best situation.
Yep. Yep.
Plus, it's not going to change, our offer wouldn't take into account the fact that you have to pay commissions on it, so,
Yep. I understand that.
but okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, I told the gentleman I was talking to earlier the same thing, and maybe he just didn't track what I was really telling him. So.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well,
Yep.
if things have been taking a little bit longer these days on market. So,
Yep.
If you,
Totally get it.
Get into a position where you need a little bit more speed and it's not going the way you want, definitely give us a call.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya. Mm-mm-mm. Hello? Raymond? Hello, Ray.
Hello?
Hello, Ray. It's Chris.
Chris. Who's Chris?
Chris Deal. I'm Chris. I was calling you about your property over on Dura Drive. You had spoken with one of our referral partners, and they paired your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you're fine. My son had the phone. Well, talk to me.
Yeah, man. They had mentioned here that I guess you and your fiance were looking for just a different property to move out of this one and find something together.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, and by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. The point of this call really is just to see if your property meets the qualifications for what we're looking for to get an offer as is. We're generally looking to pick up properties for usually one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it and put it back on the market, or we're going to keep it in our rental portfolio. So by the end of this call, I can either get an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell me exactly why. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Now, if it does get approved, some of the benefits of working with us is the fact that we would buy it as is in its current condition. So you wouldn't have to do any renovations or cleanup or anything like that. No staging. We cover all the closing costs, and there's absolutely no commissions that would come out of the transaction. All right.
Mhm.
Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper real quick? I'm going to have you jot down my contact info. And then if we do get this approved, there's going to be some other info you're going to want to jot down as well.
Hold on here.
Okay. How's your Friday going?
So far, so good.
Nice. Excited
Okay.
for the weekend.
Yeah.
Cool. So my name again is Chris Deal, like Deal or No Deal.
Right.
The name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And my office line here is 619-525-7132.
515, what you said?
No, 619-525-7132.
525 7132. Okay.
Perfect. And if you ever want to check us out on the web, it's just www.lazprop.com. Just LAZPROP.com.
Okay.
All right. So first off, congratulations. I'm guessing you guys just got engaged recently?
Well, yes, definitely. Appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Super exciting. I recall those days. I've been married for like 10 years, but yeah, I definitely recall what that was like. So super
Right.
exciting. But catch me up to speed. What's got you guys really, considering selling at this point?
Like I told the other guy, we're thinking about moving into a different neighborhood, get the kids in the property, a private school, kind of leave this area. Not that it's a bad area, just want to find something else and just kind of, get the kids in a different direction. So.
Got it. Okay. All right. It's a better school district and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
But as far as the as is, I've actually here just recently, just almost completed all the renovations. So that as is that's pretty much out the door now, because I done put like 20,000 into some of the stuff that I've had done around here, like the privacy fence, granite countertop, a new tile on the floors, new carpets in the rooms, paint. They completed the basement, and like I told him that Zillow and Riff and all of them had it listed wrong. They got it as, I think one of them has it as 3 bedrooms, a bath and a half. But I've actually got 3 bedrooms and a bonus room, and I have 2.5 baths, and I have a basement. So there's some things in there that are wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not super surprising. I mean, Zillow, that's the thing. Zillow is they're okay. They do an okay job, and sometimes they get things right. A lot of times they get things wrong. So you said the total bedroom count was what?
I have 3 bedrooms and a bonus room. The bonus room on there, all the rooms have a closet except for one, and so I consider that to be a bonus room because there's no closet in there.
Okay, got it. And then it was 2.5 baths?
2.5 baths.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it. And then the basement, you said the basement's finished?
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. Did you finish that yourself, or was that done before you moved in?
No, I had it finished myself.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. And I was trying to keep up with some of the other things you had mentioned. So you said there was new tile flooring, new carpets, new paint, new granite countertops. Was there anything else that I missed?
New stainless steel stove, microwave, fairly new refrigerator. Cabinets was nice, and it's pretty much a nice house. You know, it's not bad at all.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. And what I guess when, if you guys end up selling or, when you guys end up selling, where do you think you guys are going to move to? Are you going to stay in the Indianapolis area? Are you going to go outside or different state?
Well, she has an apartment, so her lease isn't up to like April or May. So we'll stay there, and then after that, well, before that process comes, we'll start looking for probably Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, or something like that.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we've done some business over that way as well. Awesome. All right. Perfect. And she's renting an apartment, you said? That's up in
Yes,
April,
yes.
May. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that'll be good. That'll put you guys, after the new year into the spring, hopefully interest rates come
Perfect
down a little
timing.
bit. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, got it. And so is it just yourself on this title, or is there anybody else that needs to be involved in this side of the transaction?
My stepfather, but he's pretty much told me to do whatever I want to do is on me, because I actually have another house that I pretty much put him and my mother in. They needed a ranch style because they couldn't get them down the steps anymore. So I bought a ranch style, gave them the ranch style, and I took this right here. So it's pretty much whatever I want to do with it. I don't have to run anything by him. It's just pretty much all what I need to do.
Okay, all
If
right.
I need to get him involved, it'd probably just be like, I don't really see what the reason would be, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess if he's on title, it would just be a signature. If you guys
yeah,
have it all worked out that he's all good to go, then yeah, it would just be a matter of getting signatures for closing and that type of stuff. So that's cool. All right. How long have you guys been thinking about selling this property?
I'll probably just hear of recently, probably maybe 6 months ago, 5 or 6 months ago. It was just a thought, and then so I just kind of went on this kind of like, okay, I'll just go and pull the trigger, and then go on, and whatever repairs need to be made, I'll do the repairs, and then move on from that.
Got it. Okay. All right. Cool. How long have you lived in this property?
I've been here for 2 years, but my mother and them, they were here for maybe 10 to 12, something like that.
Okay. Got it.
Probably 15, probably. Yeah, because it was built. Yeah, I think they bought it in 2005.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah, they've been here for a while.
Nice. All right. So, okay, so I think I'm kind of getting the picture now. So they were living in it for a while, and it is a 2-story, and so then that's when you kind of came in. You were like, okay, well, let me get you this one. They moved over there. You moved into this. Is that kind of how it went
Yep,
down? Okay, got it.
yep.
That makes sense. All right, cool, man. Well, that's awesome of you to help out and help that situation. I know that can be tough, and there's a lot of people out there that don't have somebody in their life that can come and help them resolve that type of scenario. So that's awesome.
Right. hmm
Cool. And I mean, since they owned it for a while, do you guys still have like a mortgage on it, or is it all paid off?
Yeah, yeah. No, I was like probably think 78 on it. I think it's about where it's at.
Okay. All right. Nice. Did you guys end up doing like a refi at during the time when the rates were at like 1.5%, 2%?
No, they haven't been no refinancing or none of that.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I guess in an ideal world, what were you hoping to get for the property?
I didn't really have no like set number in mind, because I was just figuring, like, I'll put it together. Then once I got it put together, I would talk to a realtor and then see what the realtor probably kind of said. I know, because I used to work for a real estate company some years back, which was Investors Mortgage and Indiana Home Loan.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I kind of know how the appraisal thing, works as far as, mile in each direction. So I'm just going to kind of like feel the market out to see what was kind of going on in my area as far as pricing was concerned or whatever. I know I've seen a couple of houses for sale. There's one around the corner from me. I don't know if it's overpriced or whatever. I know they did a complete renovation. It's like $320, and there's a few other houses in my area that are like $250, $245. So I figured like as far as square footage is concerned, there was a couple of them that was like right there around where I was at. So I was figuring I would probably get somewhere around that also, if not a
Got
little
it.
more considering what I've done to it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a big range, right? Somewhere between, you said like between like 240 to like 320.
Yeah, there's a house that just got completed I don't know if it's been like maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but yeah, I looked it up and it was like 320. That's what they were asking. I'm pretty sure they would probably negotiate and somebody probably talk them down a little bit, but I don't think they're probably gonna come off of too much of that 320.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. And let's see. Do you already have like if you're gonna list it, like when do you think you would want to sell?
It's gonna be soon because I'm like in the next 2 or 3 weeks I'll be out of here. Like I've been already moving my stuff out. So
Oh, really? Okay.
I've already got storages and stuff that I done put my vehicles and all that type of stuff in. So it's just
Got it.
it's a matter of time before I'll be out here completely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got it. And do you already have like an agent that you would select to list it, or are you still interviewing?
I'm still interviewing.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
I'm trying to see what everybody's what everybody's commission is, and I think I spoke with one person. I think they said their commission was like, I think she's like 12 or 13%. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's
12 or 13%? Hell
Yeah.
no.
I'm like, that's what I said. I said, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I don't know what they think this
That
is, but
man, whatever they are puffing on, that's some strong stuff right there. I've never heard that.
yeah, we're gonna let them keep on puffing on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on my dollars though.
Puff your way right down the road.
So I'm thinking that maybe 7%, 8%, something like that. Maybe 6, 7, 8%.
Okay.
Like I think that's probably a good range. I'm thinking.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean the national average, I mean there's obviously you have commissions, but then you also have your closing costs, buyer request for repairs, home warranties, all that stuff. Usually when it's all said and done, when you sell a property on market with just the traditional route, usually you can expect to pay about 10% total for all of those things.
Right.
Like 10 or 11 is usually like the national average of what would come off of the retail sale price. But again, that's not just commission. That's your commissions. That's your closing costs, home warranty, buyer request for repairs, concessions, possibly interest rate buy downs, all of that stuff.
Right.
So yeah. Okay, got it. And is there still stuff that, you were thinking, you might want to do, but you just hadn't gotten around to on the property?
I mean, what's left is really minors, like, which I have a gutter company coming out tomorrow because the back of the house, the gutter not the gutter, but the downspout in the back of the house has to be reattached. And so nobody can nobody has a ladder tall enough to fix it. So I'm like, well, I know a gutter company I have one to get up there and fix it. So yeah.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Other than that, no, everything else to me is pretty much done.
Okay. Got it. What about the bathrooms? Did you update those?
Yeah, the bathrooms, they're not completely updated, but they're not. I mean, like all the bathrooms have like new tile on the floor. Like my bathroom, I have new tile. The sinks are in good shape. The tops are in good shape. The mirrors are in good shape. The jacuzzi's in good shape. The shower's in good shape. So it wasn't really much to do in there. The half the bath, new paint, new tile on the floor, Sinks in great shape, countertops in great shape, mirrors in great shape, walls in great shape. So it wasn't really. I mean, I could have updated them, but it was really no reason to. They're like in real good shape.
Got it. Okay. So I know the property was built in 1999. So is all that stuff
Yeah.
that's in good shape? Was that from when it was originally built, and it's just nice enough to kind of keep?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's nice enough to keep us.
Got it.
Nothing broken, no chips, and none of that stuff.
Okay. All right. Got it. Got it. Okay. So yeah, so maybe there is at first when we started talking, it sounded like maybe you did everything, but it looks like, maybe there's some room for us to add some value, with some bathroom updates and, bring it up to 2024 standards,
Right.
make it, really shine. Um, I guess, yeah, let's just talk more about the overall condition. As far as like the outside, it's like some brick on the front and then there's siding, right?
Well, the brick is in front where the garage is at. Everything else is siding.
Okay, got it, got it. Is there any siding that's coming off of the property at all?
No,
Okay. All right. And what about, I know you said the downspouts were pulling away, but those are getting taken care of. Is there anything structurally wrong with the home?
no, not at all.
Okay.
Nope, it's been well kept.
Okay. Got it. And perfect. Is there anything out back of the house that I can't see? Pool, barns, sheds, anything like that?
There's a shed back there. It's in
Okay.
good shape also.
All right, perfect. And do you know the
Nice, quiet sub pump in the basement.
sump pump in the basement? Okay.
Yep, it's nice and quiet. No,
Nice.
it's perfect. Have a commercial water softener in the basement. I think when my parents put that in, I think they paid like $6,000 or $7,000 to get that put in. It gets serviced every year, so it's in great shape.
Okay. Do you know, is there still like a loan on that?
No, that's paid off.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, perfect. And then let's see. So pretty much the floors all throughout have been updated, right? Through tile, carpets, and everything. What's the floors in the kitchen? Is that tile?
It's tile, yeah.
Okay, got it. And let's see. In the kitchen, you said you did new granite counters, new appliances. The cabinets, those are original from 1999.
Yep, in great
Okay.
shape. They've been cleaned up real good, and I
Perfect.
think he shellacked them or something. Whatever he did, they're perfect, put like that.
Okay. All right, great. What color are those cabinets?
Kind of brownish.
Okay. Is it like brownish, like wood grain? You can see the wood grain, or is it like painted a brown, like so it's like just straight brown?
You can see the wood.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's like I guess it's like some nice shiny wood.
I gotcha.
It don't
Okay.
look like no dull paint or nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And all right. Um, so let's say you were gonna keep the property, right? Let's say you and your fiance decide, you know what, let's take a little bit. We're gonna keep the property, and you strolled into Lowe's, and Lowe's is like, congrats, you guys are our millionth customer this year, and for that, here's a check for $30,000. The only caveat is you have to use that $30,000 to update this house and this house alone, or you don't get it. What are the things that you think you would still be doing to the property?
30,000. I'm not gonna be able to spend that 30,000.
You can find a way, right?
Oh, man. Well, if I had to do anything, I'd probably say I would just go to the bathroom and just redo the bathrooms, I guess. But
Okay.
I still don't think I can spend the 30.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. What about any
Unless
land?
unless I would say I would go in, which is to me they're in great shape, which is the jacuzzi and the walk-in shower. If I did anything, I'd probably be like, well, I'll change those and put a more modern jacuzzi and shower. But they both work perfectly fine, So
Got it. Okay. All right. And what about any landscaping? How's the landscaping?
the landscape is pretty good. had a big tree in the backyard. I had it cut down and the stump removed, and the other tree that's out there that's next to the shed, it's been trimmed up and the limbs off the shed and everything. So the only thing I'll be done probably next year is probably put new grass seeds down, so that way all the grass be out there. Because like I said, they pretty much did the work on the backyard. They put a new line in the ground that comes from the basement from the sub pump, and so they dug the old one up, put a new one down. So only thing, I mean, just grass seeds.
Got it. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know about if you were buying this property? Good, bad, indifferent?
No, not right. No, the roof is in good shape. The roof is probably like 5 years old. The furnace, AC just got serviced. It's in great shape. New a water heater, 50 gallon. That's probably been there for a year now. So it's really not a lot to ask, you know.
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. And so you're vacating now, moving in with the fiance, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So if you were to put this thing up for sale, I mean, how soon would you want it to be wrapped up and done with and cash in your bank account?
If I can have everything done before the new year, that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Because I work for the city, so I'm in a snow truck when it's snowing. I work 12-hour days, so when I'm wrapped up in that, I don't really be wrapped up in nothing else because I'm out plowing snow. So usually I
Gotcha.
work and sleep.
Yeah, that's a tough job, man. That's why I left Philadelphia, man, because I don't like the snow.
Man, yeah, it's a rough job.
Oh man. Well, hey, somebody's got to do it. So
Yeah.
good on you, man, for being that guy. I'm sure, probably pays decent. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, no doubt.
nice. Okay, got it. If it took longer than the new year for it to get sold, I mean, is that going to create any challenges for you? Just having the payments in and the property vacant, or?
No, I've got some money saved up, so
Okay, all right, got it. And
I've come
okay,
to find that most houses in my neighborhood sell pretty quick.
yeah,
The house next door to me, I think she sold within 2 or 3 weeks, and she has a ranch down.
okay,
A couple houses down in the corner sold within like 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't
nice,
think it's going to really be a problem selling around here.
got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, things have been slowing down a bit recently. There is a lot of stuff active on the market right now. We're seeing a lot of reductions, a lot of people kind of holding off for, one, the election, but also interest rates coming down, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the people that are buying, we're seeing a lot of reductions happening in escrow just for like interest rate buy downs, concessions, things of that sort. So things are starting to take a bit longer than we would like right now.
Right.
Do you have a guess as to, because I know you said the square footage, well, actually, so it shows the square footage as being like just shy of 1,700 square feet. Is that accurate?
No, I think it's 17, like 1753 or something like that.
Got it. Okay.
I don't have the actual paper here with me, but it's like 17.
Okay. All right. Got it. So it's not too far off. Okay. Perfect. All right. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you might need help with?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. All right, perfect. Well, everything that you've been giving me, I've been putting right into our system. That goes back to our underwriters, and they're basically running a report. It's essentially going to tell them everything that they need to know about the property. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. I'm going to run back there, check in with them, see kind of where they're at on this, and I will be right back.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have any like fancy hold music, so you'll just be sitting in silence. But yeah, I'll be right back.
That's fine. I'm looking at the news at the same time anyway, so.
All right. So, sounds good. All right. Be right back.
All right.
All right. You still there? All right, guys. So let's see. So everything that's active right now. Let's see here. So this one is a 4.3, 1968 square feet. It's listed for 250. Let's see what this condition looks like. Yeah, this one probably looks a lot like his. Okay, and this one has been sitting for how long? 29 days. Okay, so that's not exciting, but it's pending. It went pending.
Hello?
Are you there? Hello? Okay, this one went pending in 11 days. This one went pending in 44 days listed. It went pending. Went pending 5 days, then it went listed again, then 10 days later, removed, then it got marked as pending a couple weeks later. That's weird. Okay. So 3.2, 27 days on market. This one's fully updated, listed at 250. This is a little bit smaller than his. So, wow, it's sold. They got it for $150,000. Dang. They stole this house. Hmm. Okay. Now let's look at the sold comps. Solds in the last 90 days. $245 is the highest one sold. This one is pretty good comp right here. So I'm gonna come back here. All right, Raymond, you there?
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate your patience. All right, man. So, I really wanted to try to make this work after looking at everything, taking the situation in consideration, everything. Be honest with you, man, it looks like a cash offer from us is not likely going to be the best fit for a win-win situation. Um,
Okay.
you know, they would certainly make a cash offer and if it was something you would entertain, they'd move forward with it. But I don't think it's going to make sense for a win-win situation there. Yep. I think my headset's disconnected. Hold on one sec. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. This headset is
Mhm.
there we go. All right. I think we're linked up now. Um, yeah. So how soon are you going to be completely vacated out of the property?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, got it. So you planning to list it like right around that time?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So honestly, man, what I think would be a better situation, we have an agent out there she's just an absolute stud. Um, she's who we trust with every single one of the properties that we put on the market, and she does it fast. She's great at marketing, and she's a pit bull on the negotiation side of things. So there's really nobody that I would rather have on my side of the table negotiating for me if I'm selling my house, just because I know she knows what she's doing and she can handle, dealing with guys that are quite frankly wolves when it comes to negotiations. Um,
Right.
what I'd love to do is connect her with you, and I think she would knock it out of the park for you. She does a great job in this area. Is it okay if I have her reach out and you interview her, and if you like her, I think she'll, like I said, I think she'll knock it out of the park for you and get you pretty close to where you're looking to be.
Yeah, that's fine. Just have her to give me a call probably tomorrow
Okay.
sometime.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Her name's Laura. Like I said, I mean, I could make you a cash offer, but quite frankly, it would just be insulting and wouldn't make any sense. I think with your situation, I think it's going to be,
Right.
you're in a position where you can list it and, get a lot closer to where you're looking to be, even with the commissions and closing costs and everything else.
Right. Okay.
All
I
right.
appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you, man. I'll have her give you a call tomorrow. Again, her name's Laura, and then she could probably come out, and meet with you, this weekend or early next week if you wanted to. So, but yeah, I'll connect you guys, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate you, Ray. You have a great rest of your day and great weekend.
You do the same.
All right, see ya. All right, let's put this as a listing referral. Okay, let's go.
Please leave your message for 260. Dang, nothing's sold over here. Huh, that's why. That's crazy.
This is Pam. Please leave a message.
where I would be trading for. So been a long time coming, been waiting for the approval, but stoked that it's finally here, and now I got to do everything I can to get out there and get back to work. So pretty fired up.
Not a 2019, 2023 Ford with Trent.
Hello.
Hey, Stuart, this is Chris. How are you?
Okay, how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a Friday, getting ready for the weekend, and can't complain. I was actually reaching out to you because I was calling about your property over on Taylor Ave. Looks like it was referred to us by one of our referral companies. They had paired
Yeah.
your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit for you. Is now a bad time for you?
No, it's fine. You go ahead and talk all you want.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, they mentioned here in the notes that you guys had been there for about 20 years and just looking to go back to where you guys are originally from.
Yeah, it's not been 20 years. It's been 13. We've been in Evansville for 20 years, but that's, yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Nice. Where are you originally from?
Vincennes, Indiana.
Okay. All right. Nice. How far
An
away is
hour
that?
north.
Oh, an hour north.
An
Okay.
hour.
All right.
It's about
Nice.
like you probably drive to get home.
Actually, believe it or not, I'm only 10 minutes from my house. It's
Oh
it's
my
per
goodness, that's all right. That never
yeah.
happens. Then.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's funny too because we just moved this weekend and the house the apartment we were in before was about 12 minutes from the office. So yeah, I was
Now you're
really
closer.
hoping.
Then.
Exactly. And I own my own home now, so that's super exciting.
That's more than great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it worked out really, really
Now you're
well.
going to have a lot of fun with all the little things that go wrong. Okay.
Oh,
But
tell me about it.
it'll be fun. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll figure it out, But I'm more excited for my daughter because she turns 2 in December, and we were in like a 900 square foot condo, and so now it's like
Yeah.
1,800 square feet. So she's running all over the place.
Oh my goodness, she thinks she's died and gone to heaven. Hasn't she?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Well, that's fantastic.
yeah, it's so
fantastic. I'm happy
cute.
for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, the point of this call today was really just to see if your property there qualifies for getting an offer as is. Our company is generally looking to buy properties for one of two reasons. We're either going to fix the property up to 2024 standards and put it back on the market and sell it, or we're going to keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental. So usually by the end of this call, I'll either be able to get an approval with an offer or they'll deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. If we do get an approval from them, some of the benefits of working with us is the fact that we would buy the home as is. We cover all the closing costs and there's no realtor commissions involved whatsoever.
And so I no out of pocket for me.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
But you withhold enough money to take care of whatever fixes ups you want to do, correct?
Yeah, we'll figure out whatever we need to do. I mean, we'll make an offer according to the condition. So, if we know we need to put in, if we need to update bathrooms and kitchens and all that stuff, then obviously that's considered in the offer. We have to be able to, if the goal is to sell it, then obviously we got to be able to sell it, cover the costs that it's going to take to sell, as well as the costs to renovate, and then we got to put a little bit of money in our pocket as well. But yeah, all that stuff's taken into consideration. But it
just depends how much out of my pockets you're going to take.
I hear you. Yeah, nobody's getting rich off of these properties, that's for sure. We just look to make, a fair amount, nothing too crazy. Um, but it doesn't make sense for everybody. So,
Okay. Well,
but
fire away. See what
yeah, do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down some contact info, and then if we do get this
Hang on 1
approved.
second. Let me go
Okay.
into my desk.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I've
All
got
right.
pen and paper in my hand.
Perfect. Okay, so again, my name is Chris Deal, like Deal or No Deal.
Okay, hang on here, Chris. I'm a lot slower than you are.
No worries.
DEAL, like deal?
That's correct.
Okay, Chris. And you're from San Diego?
That's where I live. Yep. From Philadelphia, but I live in San Diego.
Now, that was a big change.
Oh, yeah. Glad to get away from the snow.
Cold, and then all of a sudden, you don't get no snow at all.
Exactly. Ironically, which was crazy, when I drove across country and I came into California. I think I was in like the Riverside area. The day I was coming in, they were getting like a bunch of snow. And I was like, I thought I was getting away from this.
Funny story. You're probably too young to know about it, but about 30 or 40 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Carson was doing the Tonight Show.
Okay? Oh, I remember Johnny Carson.
Yeah. Well, they wanted him to stay on another 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'll tell you what. They argued and argued. He said, I'll tell you what. The day it snows, if it snows in Los Angeles before the end of my contract, I'll re-up for another 3 years. And it did. It's only snowed 2 or 3 times ever in Sandy, in that area.
Yeah.
But it did. And he said, well, I'm a man of my word. Get the paperwork.
Wow. Yeah, that was probably right around the time, because I'm 42, so I'm just old enough to remember Johnny Carson, and when Jay Leno would make, minor appearances here and there,
Sure.
when Johnny was not on. But man, Johnny was funny.
Oh, I enjoyed Johnny. He was just crazier than a bed bug. I liked him.
Oh yeah, he was a great guy.
So now let me ask you a question here. Is this your phone number, 619-525-7132?
That is the number I was just going to give you. Yep.
Because you called my cell phone.
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes I don't know the system they have set up, but sometimes it shows up differently. But yeah, if you call that number, that'll direct ring into the office here. And the name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Yes.
Perfect. And if you ever want to check out our website, it's just www.lazprop.com, LAZPROP.com.
PROP.com.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Perfect. So catch me up to speed. You guys want to go back to where you're originally from? What's got you guys wanting to make that move?
Well, my other son lives up there in Vincennes. He and his uncle and his cousin. That's my nephew. I'm sorry. His cousin, farm together up there in Vincennes. They have about 300 acres of melons every year.
Mm-hmm.
So it keeps them very busy. And then my wife's mother is the last parent left. Both mine are gone, and her dad's gone. But she's 90 years old now, and we're running an awful lot up there to take care of her, So that's kind of the reason why. And we just want to get out. Vincennes is a much slower pace. I mean, they don't get too excited about anything.
Nice, nice. How do you spell that area? Vincennes?
VINCENNES. Now, there's been a few ships named the USS Vincennes, and the last one was the one that shot down the Iranian Airbus.
Oh, wow.
Over the Mediterranean. Remember that one? Well, you may not. That one was probably 40 years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was the last time we had a Vincennes. We've got a Vincennes sub now, I think.
Okay.
But the first USS Vincennes was actually the boat that went down to the South Pole, down into Antarctica.
Oh, wow.
And they explored the South Pole on her. So
interesting. That's cool.
It's just little things you pick up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, yeah, and I just pulled it up on the map, and it's like right smack dab on the border with Illinois there. So, nice.
Yeah, it's right on the border of Illinois, and it's literally an hour. If I'm driving, it's about 50 minutes. If my wife's driving, it's about an hour and 5 minutes.
Nice. All right. I like it. All right. So wanting to be closer to family, take care of the mother-in-law, and yeah, that's great reasons to make the move.
We've been planning this for a couple of years, so we have taken out all the old, it was probably 20 years old, landscaping and updated it to modern landscaping. We've got all kinds of hibiscuses, hardy hibiscuses, and whatever all those things are. My wife picked out that come back there. They're perennials, but they are bushes that grow, and they get white flowers, all of them, all summer long.
Oh, nice.
So, and butterfly bushes, and there's more crap in there than Heinz got pickles. We spent close to $15,000 just in plants.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
luckily what we did is we went and I can run a tractor. I have all my life when I needed to. So we rented a tractor from Home Depot with a backhoe on it, and I took everything out, dug the holes where we wanted it, and then all we had to do is buy the plants that we already picked out and put them in. And so, but I say it sounds like it wasn't much, but it was big.
Yeah, I could imagine. It sounds like a lot of work.
Summer to do this. Yeah.
Wow.
So we got that done. We've got a brand new roof. We put that on we've been just about a year ago.
Okay.
Okay. And I put new gutters on it, 6-inch gutters with what are those things called? Good gutter guards, so you won't get any leaves in the gutters.
Nice.
Okay, so that's all done. We got just a little bit of wood on the garage side and along the back where there was an addition made. And so we've had all that refinished and painted. And I mean, we've done a lot of work to the outside to bring it up to where it's got a good appeal to it.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
And then all we're doing now is we're getting to the point that we're going to paint. We got a guy that's going to come and paint the deck for us. We repaired the deck where it needed to be done. He's going to come in and paint it for us, make it all look new. And then we have basically the back, all the yard work done. And then we start on the inside. We just need some new carpeting, and that's about it. And the carpeting isn't very big. It's only one room.
Okay.
The rest is all wooden floors and tile.
Got it. Okay. Mostly wood.
2,223 square feet.
23 square feet.
We have a half a basement, and half of that is finished.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. And by the way, is it just yourself on the property, or
No,
is there?
myself, my wife, and my oldest son.
Okay.
My oldest son is mentally handicapped, so he's going to be with us forever. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Is he on? Sorry, maybe I possibly didn't complete the question. Is he on title with you?
No, he cannot be on title. No.
Oh, okay. Got it. That's okay. All right. So it's just you and your wife that's on title.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. And I guess in an ideal world, what were you guys hoping to walk away with on the property? Like a ballpark. You there? Did I lose you? Hello? Not sure what's going on there.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 812-890-2906 is not available.
Hello.
Hey, Stuart, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, that's fine. I tried to call you back, but it went to a voicemail. So I thought, well, if he wants me, he'll call me back.
Oh, yeah. I was probably calling you like at the same time. So, because yours went
Okay.
kind of right to voicemail as well. So, but yeah, I was wondering, like in an ideal world, what you think you guys were hoping to walk away with, like ballpark.
Well, we're looking to get about 3.25 to 3.5 out of it.
3.25 to 3.5.
And there's been a lot of homes around here that's gone from anywhere from $299 to $499. I mean, there's a lot of nice homes out here.
Okay.
It's one of the most desirable neighborhoods in Evansville.
Okay.
Arcadian Acres is where it's at, and if you want to look that up or call a realtor, they'll tell you that the average home out here doesn't last more than a week or two, and it's gone.
Got it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll definitely update the notes on that. All right. Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the property itself and in the area. I mean, before I talk about the inside of the house, the neighborhood you'd mentioned, is pretty desirable. What is it about the neighborhood that you think makes it so desirable?
Well, number one, it's been a very prestigious area. Now, of course, now it's about 50 years old. The area is, but the lots are bigger. Mine's a 0.42 acres, I believe it is, and most of the lots around here are anywhere from my size to maybe a third of an acre, which is unusual in subdivisions.
Hmm.
Most of them have enough room to where two people can walk between the, but you can't hold your arm.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
We've got very nice neighborhood, and because of that, people can spend $300 to $350 and get a 2,200 square foot home with an in-ground pool, fenced-in backyard, 2-car attached garage. That if they went to a newer subdivision, they would be getting for the same amount of money about 16 to 1,700 square feet, no basement and no pool.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's what makes this area desirable.
Got it. Okay.
So we lucked out when we first moved to Evansville, we rented for a few years just to make certain that we knew in what areas we wanted to buy in.
Yeah.
And it ended up that we got a chance to buy this home at a time that it was very favorable for us.
Nice.
A moving company had purchased it from a guy being promoted, and you know how they are. They're ready to wheel and deal. So
Mhm. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, looks like you got it back in 2011.
That's correct. Yeah, 13
Okay.
years ago.
Nice. Very nice. Awesome. All right. And now the street that you're on, do you know what the speed limit there is?
Well, it's considered a city street, so the maximum would be 30, but we normally try to go around 20 around here because there's
Okay.
a lot of kids. I mean, there's kids everywhere you look.
Got it. Okay. There's a lot of families in the
Halloween
neighborhood.
is crazy around here. We just have more kids than Heinz and got pickles coming through here. So it's a great neighborhood for kids. It's a quiet neighborhood. So we have a few people next door and across the street that are retired. And, you know, we don't even have, I don't remember the last time we had anybody break into anything around here.
Nice.
I mean, we've left our keys in the car overnight many a time. You know.
Nice. All right. And
So-
does it seem like, I mean, maybe you don't know this, but does it seem like it's mostly owner occupants, or are there a good bit of renters
I don't
as
know
well?
of anything. There may be one down at the end that's well away from me that is renter occupied, but that's the only one I know that could be.
Okay.
The rest are all owner. These houses are a little expensive for a landlord to buy and rent out.
I gotcha.
I mean, you know, around here, now you guys, 300,000 doesn't even scratch the surface. I know that. But around here, a guy doesn't buy a $300,000 home and rent it out because you're going to get it torn up.
Yeah.
So they don't do that. I only know of one, and it's on down the road from me a piece, and it's always been nice people there, but it's the only one that I know of that's rented.
Okay.
Everybody else is all owner occupied.
Got it. Okay. All right, cool. That's really helpful. All right, so the home looks like it was built in the 60s. So
Yeah,
when
65, I think, or 66 in that ballpark.
Okay. All right, got it. And so when you walk in the front door, does it still look like 1960s when you walk into the house?
It depends what you consider 1960s. Yes and no. Okay. The walk in the front door, you have a small foyer. It's about 7 foot wide and about 6 foot deep, with a closet. Okay. It has terrazzo tile, which is a 60s trait. Okay. And then it goes into a hardwood floor. And then goes straight into the you go walk straight back and you walk into the family room. But if you turn to your right, you come into the little living room, a formal living room. That is, well, I don't know. Hell, it's every bit of 18 foot deep.
Okay.
It's more. And it's, I don't know, 15 foot wide or better.
Okay.
And then we go into a dining room. If you walk, once you turn to your left out of the foyer, you walk through the living room, and then you walk into the dining room, and you turn back. I always say north, and you wouldn't know where north is at. Turn back to your left, and you walk into a galley kitchen. Okay? Now, the galley kitchen has got tile floors. It's got oak cabinetry. But the one thing that we haven't done yet, and we've debating on whether to do it, is to put granite in there or not. Granite or something hard. You know, I prefer Corian personally because you can't tear it up. But that won't be my call. It'll be the wife's call.
I gotcha. Nice. Okay. All right. So you guys have so the cabinets, you guys updated those?
Yes, they've been refaced. Yes.
Just
We have
refaced.
refaced them.
Okay. Got it. And what kind of counters are there right now? Is it Formica?
Right now it's Formica. Right
Okay.
now it is. And we are trying to decide whether we should replace them ourselves or maybe leave a small credit for someone to replace it themselves so they get what they want, not what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
And then you're back in if you go back into the family room, then you can walk through the family room going straight out the back door, which is a double French door. Goes into a 10 by 12 glazed and screened in porch. And the deck is to the left and out the front. So you walk out that porch and you go onto a deck and you can go around and I'll clear around to the other side of the house on the deck.
Got
and
it.
then
Okay.
let's see here. If you come in the foyer and instead of turning to your right to go into the living room or going straight to go into the family room, you would turn left and you would have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. One's a master bath, it's nothing like today's standards, okay? It's small, but it's functional, you know.
Yeah.
Then a second bath up, it's right off the main hall. You would turn left at the first door on the right. But there's 3 nice bedrooms. Our bedroom is like 16 by 18, thereabouts. So it's a nice sized master bedroom with 2 big closets.
Got it. 2 big closets. And it's a total of two bathrooms?
2.5.
2.5. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So now
Okay.
once you're in the family room or the kitchen, either one, you can go into the dining nook, which is every bit of 10 by 12. And then after that, you can go in down to the sunroom. Sherry, my wife calls it the Florida room because her relatives, a lot of them live in Florida. So it's the Florida room. It's got it's like, oh my goodness. I'm going to say 20 by 25, thereabouts, that size.
Nice.
And in one corner towards the garage area, there is a half bath, and there's a wet bar, cherry wood. It's a cherry cabinetry. And let's see here, that's all tiled. The kitchen and the sunroom are all tiled, and the bathroom are all tiled the same tile. And it's got 3 sliding doors. 2 go out to the pool, and they're like 6 foot wide, okay? And the other one goes into the side yard, which is where we have a pool house type thing built in. It gives us a place to put all the pool equipment and you know, like spreaders for fertilizer and that kind of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a 2-car garage right there attached to the Florida room.
Okay.
And we have right beside the Florida room and the garage is where you go downstairs, and you can you go downstairs and you walk. When you get downstairs, you're in the finished area.
Mm.
So half of it's completely finished, drywall, ceilings, flooring, walls. It's finished off like a house. Okay.
Nice.
And then the other half is utility room and storage area.
Okay. Great. All right.
So in reality, the 2,223 square feet is the main floor only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other, whatever that is, 600 or 700 square feet down there that's finished is not, I don't add that into it. That's not into it.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So technically a realtor would list that for like 3,200 or something like that.
Mm.
No. That's not right. About 2,800.
Gotcha.
2,800, 2,900. But I don't think that's very fair.
Yeah. Usually the way the listings work is that it has to be what would be considered livable square footage. So yeah, and so they would take
big closet down there. Technically, if you wanted to put a wall across there, you could have a 4th bedroom downstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you'd probably have to, I don't know what kind of windows you have. You'd probably have to do some sort of like
egress or something, yeah.
Yep.
I think we call it up here. Yeah. We've got big windows, but I'm not sure they're big enough.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay, so it sounds like you know, some of the stuff's been, you know, somewhat updated, but you know, some of the stuff is more original. Let's say you guys were going to keep the property and stay in the property, and for whatever reason, circumstances change, you decide to stay there. And let's say you guys were shopping at you know, Lowe's, and you walk in and Lowe's is like, congratulations, you're our 1,000,000th customer this year. And so for that, we're going to give you $30,000. The only caveat is you have to take that $30,000 and you have to put it into this house and nowhere else. Otherwise you don't get it. What are the things that you would be like, what's on your list to do?
Well, my wife would love to have new countertops.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with new countertops in the kitchen. And we have cultured marble in the big bathroom, which is just not the master bath, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she's wanting to go to that to granite or marble, something like that. So we would do those kind of cosmetic changes. There's nothing as far as structurally that we need to do to the house. So.
Okay. All right. Any other updates, like, you know, just to bring it up to 2024 standards that would be nice?
We've debated whether we should paint all the rooms. I mean, they're beige, okay? And we went through a period where gray was the color that was, you know, neutral. Mm-hmm. And now they're coming back to beige, so we're kind of back in style.
Nice.
But, so that would be about the only thing beside the carpeting and the paint if we do it. Mm-hmm. And the only thing if we won $30,000 I would do is do the kitchen countertops.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the bathroom tops. So
got it.
That would be about it.
Okay.
Maybe a new cabinet now and then, but as far as needing it, we don't really have to do that.
Yeah.
Except for we love to change the tops out. So
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Um, Perfect. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know about? Good, bad, indifferent?
yeah, there's one thing you may want to know, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
our driveway. Okay, we've had a tree that was planted there probably 30 years ago. It's a big, tall holly tree. Okay, it's a holly tree, and it has fractured.
Terrible roots.
Yeah, well, it has fractured the pad, the concrete pad. Now, we're thinking about getting that repaired, but I'm to the point now where I'm thinking, okay, if I put 10,000 into that, am I going to get my 10,000 back? And I don't think I will.
Yeah.
You know
Not
what I'm
for
saying?
not for something like that. There's a handful of things that really, get you your money back.
Kitchens and bathrooms, you know it as well as I know it.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we've got good basis of kitchen and bathrooms, but we just need to put maybe some countertops in, or even my wife thought about having the kitchen cabinets painted white and then put countertops in, get grand or something like that. And it's totally, it's just something to change it. It doesn't. It's nice, but you just, you just get that way sometimes.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, I guess how soon would you guys be looking to make the move and, close and have the money in your pocket by?
Well, we're going up to look at houses on Tuesday. Now, I don't expect the money like Tuesday, but I would love to have it all done and and maybe, first of the year or February or something. I don't expect to be able to get it done before Thanksgiving or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because everything's fine. Okay. But
Okay.
2 or 3 months would be fine, I think.
Okay. Got it. And is there anything that I haven't asked you that you might need help with?
Like what?
Well, one example is, some sellers in the past we've worked with, they needed help with, coordinating like moving trucks or storage facilities or all types of different stuff.
Luckily, Evansville is the hometown for Atlas Van Lines, so they're
nice.
Right here. We can reach out and have them take it for us, no problems. So,
okay, all right.
If I get what I want out of it, or at least close to, I'll be able to afford to pay somebody to move me.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to have a big yard sale, and we're going to get rid of everything we don't need and go up there. So
nice. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, everything that you've been given to me, I've been putting into our system, and that goes back to our underwriters. And what they do is they run a report. It basically tells them everything that they need to know about your property and other properties in the area. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back to them and just see what they've come up with. And I will be right back in just a couple minutes.
All right, that's fine, sir. Thank you.
All right. And unfortunately, there's no like fancy hold music or anything like that, so it'll just be silent, but just give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
All right. Did I lose you? Okay. Okay.
Kitty boy, get in here and see me. Food
Okay,
wise,
so this one's
thank you,
sold
hon.
for
Get out. Did Huffy not
315.
come in? Did you let him in at the sliding door? No, is it you let him in the other door? That over here? I'm surprised Huff didn't come in. Go see, he might be laying there right now. Sometimes he doesn't come in the first time, but he will come in the second time. And see if my Diet Mountain Dew bottle is there with water in it. If it is, bring it here, would you? It's there on my desk there. Just get me the water. You're fine. You're going to follow Buddy Boy, are you?
Man, there's not a ton of comps. Okay, square footage doesn't change much. Let's go 12 months. Okay, 12 months back. Ooh, 400K. So this one's a 3,700 square foot.
Well,
Way bigger.
Today is Friday, last time I heard, yeah.
275. Here's a 3, 25, 44 square foot.
And then they have AEW on Friday.
That's strange, isn't it?
Then they have AEW on Wednesday. Then they have NXT on Tuesday. Then they have WWE Monday Night Raw on Monday. And then on Saturday, there's no AEW for AEW Clifton on Saturday night. Saturday night. So I really don't.
Got 400. So these are all 3,700, 4,300 square
He's
feet.
a guy from San Diego. They buy properties, Lazarus properties, and they buy them to either rent out or to sell them, resell them.
97. Man, yeah, he's wanting really high on this.
Yeah, they can be. This house could be. In general, it could be. That's a long time ago.
I mean, 300 might be an ARV. And so then we're going to have did he tell me about the roof? Roof is 1 year old. Okay, so 225, and then this is going to be, yeah, minus. Get rid of
Alex,
them.
you didn't lock the garage, did you? Okay.
All right, Stu, are you there?
I am here.
All right, I appreciate the patience. Sorry about the delay. So yeah, I was talking to the underwriters and they were just curious, kind of like how you were arriving at the 325 to 350 number that you were kind of hoping for. Because they're just pulling up the comps and, basically as far as like what has sold in the last, let me see here. So just to kind of give you an idea of like what they look at, usually when you're underwriting and looking at a property, you don't want to go out too far. You want to kind of stay in a similar subdivision. So they're looking in the division between Covert Ave, Newburgh Road, Fuquay Road, and then over to basically Glenmore, right? So they're looking in that little section there. They're looking at a
Well, there's
couple
a
on the
lot
other.
of most
Sorry.
of the houses you're talking about are not in the Arcadian Acres subdivision. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most of those are going to be smaller homes on down towards Green River Road.
Green River Road. Where is Green River Road?
Then you may not be looking at the right area. The house
Because
sells
you're on Taylor Ave, right?
Taylor Avenue, 7400 block of Taylor Avenue.
Yeah. So you're.
Let
Let me just see exactly. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah, you're between Martin Lane and Lark Drive, right?
I'm on the corner of Lark Drive and Taylor Avenue. I'm on the very corner.
Got it. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, they're looking that whole area over to, west over to about Glenmore, right? So
Okay, like I said, Glenmore is out of the subdivision, and
Okay.
those homes are going to be. You can't go past South. What's it called?
Southfield.
Southfield. Yes. When you go past Southfield, Southfield is actually not considered part of this. But if you go beyond that, you are definitely out of this subdivision.
Okay. So if we just go up to Southfield, and then stay between there and Fuquay and Covert and Newburgh.
Yeah.
Fuquay.
Yeah.
So in that section, in the last 12 months, there has only been 6 properties sold that are 3 beds, 2 bath, 3 bedrooms, with 2 or more bathrooms. And let's see, if we go in the last 6 months, there's only 2. And those 2 that sold, one of them sold for $245 and the other one sold for $169.
And if you look at both, they're about 1,600 square feet or less.
Well, the one that
They're
sold
not
for
200.
the one that sold for 169 is 2,535 square feet. Now I
What's
can't
it-
see any pictures of it. It is over on. It's Red Wing Drive, 7126 Red Wing Drive.
Okay. Okay.
That one.
Yeah, I know that house. That house was a quick sale. The lady went into the nursing home. They just had to get it out of their hair. They went to an auction on that.
Okay.
So it wasn't like it was not. there's a house. The last house I know of that went for sale here
Mhm.
was 2 doors down from me, and then 2 blocks down from me. And both of them, the first one 2 doors from me was over 350 when they offered it, and they got it for 300 for it. And it's about the same square footage as I've got. And the other house down, that's 2 blocks from me.
Is this all west of Fuquay?
Yeah, west of.
Okay. All right.
2 blocks. Okay. It sold for it was listed for $399. They got $375 out of it.
You talking about the
And
one
it
on
was
the
about-
corner of Audubon and Taylor?
Well, there's 2 of them there was sold, but yeah, one of them was Audubon and Taylor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one sold for $399, but that one is 3,705 square feet. And that one is like fully updated. Like the kitchen is fully updated, new cabinets, new counters, new, like,
All right.
I mean, top to bottom. So, you know, all that to say is, you know, I'm not saying your property's not worth what you want for it. We're just having a hard time finding comps.
Tell me
to
what you're thinking it's worth.
I mean, I don't think a cash offer is gonna wet your whistle. Honestly, I think, you know, it's probably gonna have a 1 in the front of it.
They don't bother.
Yeah. Just because like the other ones, so of the 7 that sold, there was a 399 that was 3,700 square feet. There was a 389 sale that was 4,385 square feet. There was a 379 sale that was 2,544 square feet. That one's probably the most comparable as far as like bed bath count and square footage over on Red Wing, but that thing is dressed to the nines. And that sold almost 12 months ago. And the market has definitely shifted. Like we're usually not comping back 12 months. We went back 12 months because we weren't really finding a whole heck of a lot.
Okay.
You know, because
Well,
the way
that's why the market here is, frankly, if we had everything done, I could put this on the market and it would be gone in 2 weeks. Okay. Now I don't know that I would get to 325, but you asked me in a perfect world where I'd like to be.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not going to give $100,000 of equity.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't expect you to either. Yeah. That's why I was coming back to get on with you to kind of like brainstorm, like, you know, is there something we're missing? Because, you know, we're pretty good at what we do, but we're not perfect. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, there's things like, you know, things that, you know, about the subdivision, like I wouldn't have necessarily known, you know, like, hey, you know, don't go much past Southfield.
It's just a very desirable area.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the bottom line, if we can't get someplace close to that 300 level, you always ask more than you're willing to take. Okay. Because they're going to Jew you down no matter. If I said it was 5,000, they try to get it for 4. Okay.
I gotcha.
But, you know, if we can't get that kind of a range out of this house, there would be no reason for us to move.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, realistically, like, where do you think I mean, because it seems like we're pretty, you know, at this point, we're probably really far off.
We're miles away.
Yeah.
I think, realistically, I think if I put it on for 324, I'll get an offer for about 280, 290, probably.
280, 290.
Or put it on even at 300. I think I can clear that kind of money out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I may be all wet. You know, this is true. But then again, I'm not trying to, you know, I know you guys got to make enough money to pay all your lights and everything and all your help, and you got to make a little commission, and, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, if you did get an offer, like if you listed it retail with an agent, you know, and you got an offer at 280, I mean, it sounds like if you got an offer in that 280 to 290 range, you'd be happy with something like that.
Well, as long as the commission on the broker wasn't too bad, yeah, I'm not going to pay
Yeah.
somebody 10% for, for that kind of thing. But
Yeah. Yeah,
You know.
so the agent wouldn't get 10%, but when you consider all of the costs to sell the house, so generally speaking, when you list the property retail, whatever you sell it for, you can typically, the national average is about 11% total that would cover the buyer's side commission, the listing side commission, the closing costs, buyer requests for repairs, because usually, like if they're coming in with a loan, the lenders are
Yeah.
going to have something that they're like, this is not good enough for us to approve. So there'll
Right.
be some other concessions, usually home warranties, and that type of stuff. And then the biggest thing that we're seeing right now, because interest rates are kind of back up to that 7%, we're usually seeing about 90 to 95% of all of our listings that are being sold. Buyers are requesting $3,000 to $5,000 to cover an interest rate buy down, so that they can get, usually they'll do like a 3-2-1 buy down, where the first year it'll be, so over 3 years, it'll start 2% lower. So like the first year they'll get a 5% interest rate, second year they'll get a 6% interest rate, and then by year 3 it'll go up to the current interest rate. And then the premise to that is their hope is that over those 3 years, interest rates will lower and they could refinance the property to get a better rate.
But they're going to charge me for them to be able to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll usually request in the negotiations for the seller to offer that in a concession. So when you factor all those things in, it's about 10 to 11%. So if you were to get an offer, about 280, after all of those things are considered, you'd be walking away with right about 250 is what you would net. And then of course, if you have a mortgage, is it paid off? Oh, it's okay.
No,
So it's not paid off. How much do you still owe on it?
About 200.
Got it. Okay. So yeah. So in that scenario, after paying off the mortgage, you'd probably be walking away with about 50 grand in your pocket.
Okay.
So,
And I would I can work with that, but I would hope to get a little more than that. But that's okay. I mean, that's the price you pay if you want to do something different. Stuff.
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, I don't know. Like certainly a cash offer, I don't think is going to be a situation that is a win-win for everybody. I think,
No, I don't think so.
I think that would, we would need to be too low for it to make sense. And and it's not just because like, oh, we just want to offer lower. It's because like the cost associated, like even though we bring cash, we have investors that they have to get a return. And, like you said, there's like all these hands that are in the bucket that have to, take a little bit along the way, for everybody, for it to make sense. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to stay in business. So I don't think a cash offer would make sense. I mean, there might be an option, because we're a creative real estate company, and so we typically are buying homes cash. We do have another program that, kind of hoping that this might possibly get qualified for. It's called our concierge service. I didn't really mention it earlier just because they are pretty selective on what properties would be approved for this particular program, just because it is pretty labor and resource intensive for us. Really only a small percentage of the properties that come across our desk are actually approved for it. Typically, I'd say 1 out of 50 properties are approved for it. Now, the difference with this is, we actually, in this type of scenario, we wouldn't actually be the buyer. Okay. And so what it is, because we've done so many transactions in Indiana and all over the country, we've developed a robust network of realtors and other investors that we work with. And, a certain percentage of the properties that come across our desk that don't fit our criteria, they would be a great fit for another investor that has a different business model than us, or even someone who plans on living there, right? Some of the buyers that we've worked with in the past.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these investors, they're really good at like fixing and flipping properties and being landlords or managing like sober living facilities or assisted living facilities and those types of things. But what they're really not good at all is sourcing properties. They don't really like the sales and the marketing that's involved just because it is really expensive and time consuming. I mean, heck, you and I have probably been on the phone between the two calls, almost an hour now.
Yeah. And that's money. Luckily, I'm retired, but I used to be a life insurance agent, so I understand the value of time. I understand that.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, if I could get this through the underwriting for this program, the basically the way that it would work is we would agree to a net price with you where, you would get, it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. You get the benefit of like a cash offer essentially, and there's a net number to you. We would cover all of the closing costs. You wouldn't have to fix anything. And if there was anything that was requested to be fixed by the buyer before the closing, we would actually take care of all of that. And then we would essentially resell our contract to a third party and earn our fee from that buyer. So essentially, the experience and the net result would be the same as a cash offer. But just to be clear, we wouldn't be representing you as a realtor. We would just simply be reselling our contract, which I know most people don't really care how we make our money as long as they get, every penny that they're promised. We would just earn our fee from the buyer.
But if it's going to have to be close to what you were talking about anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sit here and drive for an hour if I need to every day.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a lot cheaper than losing whatever equity I keep saying $100,000, but it may not be what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. And that's why, like, as soon as I was talking to them and they were pulling the stuff up, I'm like, I just don't think we're going to even be, even within earshot,
That's worth talking about. You never know,
Yeah,
if
totally.
you come in with a pretty good offer, I probably would have taken it.
Yeah.
If my wife agreed to it. He's the boss.
Yeah, totally.
Here, so I can tease her.
Yeah. Well, so basically, if I could, I have to take it to the higher, the senior underwriter on this because he's the one that approves these particular types of deals. But essentially, we would do all the heavy lifting. You'd get to sit back, get the check that, you're wanting, you get the speed and convenience of a cash offer, but it would be a much higher price than, other investors would be able to pay. And other than, much higher than typically it can come in much higher than what like our cash offer, would be, just because these other buyers, they're coming in, they have a different strategy. Like a lot of times it ends up being somebody that's looking for like assisted living facilities or sober living facilities or transitional facilities, things like that. Just because it's a wildly different business model than just like, flipping a property. And square footage, the reason why I think this could potentially work for this is the square footage. In the basement, it's just a bigger house. The pool might be a knock against it. I don't know how, whether that works for their model. So that's the only thing that I'm really hesitant on as to whether this would actually, get approved for this program. So what's
it cost me for you to do this?
It doesn't cost you anything for me to look into it and see if we can get it approved. And if we do get it approved, then basically what they'll do is they'll put their underwriting, formula together on this one. They'll tell us exactly what that net number would be, and so it would be a net number to you. Now, the only so you ask cost, my mind immediately goes to money. So there's not a financial cost to you, but what this is it's a little bit different than just a normal cash transaction. Like usually with a cash transaction, we come in, we close on the house. We can usually do that within like 30 to 60 days. We're kind of going into the holidays, so this kind of time of year is a little bit chaotic. But I know you said for you, it wasn't about speed. You weren't like, hey, I need to sell this in 30 days.
No,
You were saying
that's
like,
true.
hey, if we can be done, if we could have this done January, February, that would probably even fit, your
We can be
timeline.
moving this. Fine, yeah.
Yeah. So, so the only thing really the only thing this tends to cost is a little bit more time and a little bit more access, because since we're not going to be the buyers, we just need time to be able to leverage our different marketing approaches, and bring it out to our investor buyers and everything. And so it might take a little bit more time, but I think that window that you were talking about would probably work really well for this if it meets the other criteria and it doesn't get, denied on this. So,
Well, that's fine. You can look at that. Now, I will tell you that I would imagine sometime the next whole month or month and a half, we're going to be putting it on the market. Aren't we, Mom? Yeah.
okay.
So, if we have a time frame where you can have an answer by that time, then we know whether,
Yeah. Yeah. So what I could do, I could probably have, let me just double check, make sure. I never keep track of holidays. So let me just make sure Monday's not a holiday, right? No, it's the 4th. Okay.
you're
So
like, hey, schedule something and then realize it's a holiday. Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to tell you like, oh, I'll have an answer on Monday. And then it's like, oh, wait, we're not even in on Monday. No, so we should be in Monday. I should be able to get an answer on this, one way or the other by the end of the day, Monday, and
All
be
right.
able to reach back out to you. So
And give me a net.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
just,
Get you. Yeah, they'll either they're going to tell me nope, it's not going to pass the smell test on this, and then we just part ways, and I'll wish you the best
okay.
with listing it. But if they do tell me it's approved, then they'll have a net number for me that I can come to you with and say, hey, we can get this done at this, and here's the timeline that we need, and here's what we need from you guys, and how we can get this across the finish line.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
Well, Chris, I appreciate it very much on everything.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, the only aside from it not getting approved, the only other thing that would like not make this work is if there's like some sort of crazy title issue that we weren't aware of, or if there was like
whenever I bought it, so I can't imagine there'd be one now, but I understand stranger things have happened.
Yeah. The only other thing would be like any significant defect or new information about the property that was later found out that really changed the dynamics of it. But it's a real rare occurrence. I've only seen that happen a handful of times. We have a really, really high success rate with these types of transactions and a great track record with this service. So, so what I'll do, I'll talk to them by the end of the day, Monday. I can have a definitive answer for you. And then, we'll just cross our fingers and, see if we can make it work.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Well, listen, I enjoyed talking to you, Chris.
Yeah, it was a pleasure chatting with you as well. I always like talking to people that are pleasant to have conversations with. And if everybody was as easy to talk to as you were, my job would be a million times easier.
Would you tell my wife the same? Would you tell her that again?
Is she there listening?
Her. She's listening. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's your wife's name, or should I just call her wife?
No. She's Sherry.
Sherry.
She's Sherry.
Awesome. Well, nice to meet you, Sherry, virtually. Yeah, I'll tell your wife that, and you tell my wife that. How's that sound?
I'll be happy to. At least I'm about 2,000 miles away, so I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
All right, my friend.
All right. Well,
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's
care
been
and
a
have a
pleasure.
good
You as well.
weekend, isn't it?
Yep, it's the
All right.
weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna have a laundry list of things that my wife wants me to do on the new house. So, yeah,
Hey, the
pray
other
for
thing
me.
I'll tell you is I was always so busy working, okay, that when I retired, my honeydew list went from about a quarter of a page to a page and a half. So, you will be busy when you finally get to retire. Hang on.
Oh man, yeah, there's no such thing as retirement, right? It's just a
Not
job,
really.
a title change.
Yeah. So.
Oh man. All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
Very good. Thank you now. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Well, we got basically a $75,000 reduction through that conversation. Which, hopefully, I mean, the biggest takeaway, and I hope that I want to state this because I hope that you guys take this away from this call as well. But even myself, I need to like constantly remind myself, like, don't be afraid of making the offer because, I think the better conversation you have with them, the better rapport you build with them, you can still make the offer, not be offensive, keep the conversation going, but it's going to allow you to gather more intel and they'll usually tell you exactly where they need to be, especially if you're so far off. They almost feel like what I've found is that their defenses drop so dramatically because they think you are so unbelievably far apart that it's absolutely impossible to make a deal happen. And so because of that, they're like, yeah, I mean, I would need to be at like 250 and they'll drop like $75,000 like very quickly. It's pretty interesting, but I'm going to jump off. I'm going to wrap it up for the day and the weekend. Hope you guys got some value out of this. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel where we make real estate investing easy. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace. What's up, Hawk?